If you're new here, hi, my name is Melanie Steele, and I'm the author of 3 non-fiction books about cozy living. And my debut novel, The Lunar Quartz Library, at the time of recording this, is with beta readers and is so close to being published. This week's vlog is going to be entirely different from every other vlog that I have put so far because I'm not working on my book. The last 3, possibly 4 vlogs have been me talking about the struggles of editing, trying to get everything done, having to set more strict deadlines than I would ordinarily like to. But the manuscript is done, it's with beta readers, and I am not going to think about it for 2 whole weeks. I am very excited. I sent this to beta readers on Sunday, and I am eagerly awaiting your feedback, but also I'm looking forward to not getting it right away. I have given my betas 2 weeks, which will take us to the 27th of July for feedback. And I have made a promise to myself that if the feedback comes in sooner, that I will not read it. I need these 2 weeks away. I need to go do other things, have a life outside of just writing this book, because I feel like that's all I have been doing, essentially. So it's time to have a little bit more variety in life. As you can probably tell, the weather here is still super hot. And this morning I actually dug out this kind of little uh, beach cover up, I think would be the word. The last time I wore this, we were in Cyprus and it was perfect for beach cover up. So if you were, sunning yourself in your bikini and you wanted to go to the bar and get a drink or get lunch, you could just kind of pull this on over what you were wearing, and you were suitably clothed to go and do that. I remember this morning that I still had this, and even though I am not in Cyprus, I am not on holiday, it's hot, it's sticky. This is just absolutely perfect for just putting on and going around the house. I wouldn't necessarily go out in this, but it's comfy, it's loose, we're sticking with it. So, what's next? Over the weekend, I did spend some time planning out the next 2 weeks because even though I still don't have writing to work on, I'm still a planner girly at heart. So I have gotten the weeks done for this week and also for next week. You'll notice that the actual days, I don't have anything written on them. They look very pretty. I've put all the stickers and things on. Essentially, what I have done is in the column to the left on both those pages, I have made a list of everything that I would like to do during these 2 weeks, things that I have just not had a lot of time for lately, some new things that I'm looking to try. There are some book related tasks in here because I can't just not do anything for 2 weeks for my book. I mean, I could, but I'd rather not. Doing some different tasks, most notably around marketing this book. This week, one of the major tasks I would like to get done is to upload all of the posts that I want to share on Instagram over the month of sort of late August to late September, which is my planned release date at this time. I want to upload everything, all my posts via Meta Business Suite, get everything scheduled, captions done, images done, so that I don't have to think about it. So everything is just scheduled for that entire month, and I don't have to worry about doing such things, because by August I'll probably, be coming towards the hopefully toward the ends of the more kind of in-depth line and copy edits. I don't necessarily want to be concerning myself with what I am posting on Instagram in terms of things like cover reveal and things to entice people in, like meet this character, sneak peeks. I just want that all done, dusted, so I can stay focused on what actually needs doing to make sure the book is out and published for the date that I have in my mind. I'm still not sharing it, and I will not share it until close to the time. Essentially, toward the end of Q3, is the kind of ballpark figure date area, whatever the expression is, that I am looking for this book. Of course, I don't want to spend the entire 2 weeks on other book related tasks. So I did actually go ahead and make a list of things that I would like to do that are nothing to do with that. Because honestly, when I was sat out in the garden yesterday with my husband trying to think of things, it was harder than I thought. I was like, oh my goodness, I have spent so much time focused on this one task that I wouldn't say I've forgotten how to have fun. No, no one forgets how to have fun. But I was just like, I had lost all sense of possibility of other things. So I did sit there and actually make a list of fun things to do. What has my life come to? Um, so things on this list that I'm hoping to do over the next 2 weeks and I'll share with you. I want to go to TK Maxx, known as TJ Maxx to my American friends. I don't know why they changed it to the K. I like to think it's to do with the fact that this is the United Kingdom and they just went for K, but I don't know. I have seen things online suggesting that TK Maxx has its Halloween offerings in store. Last year, TK Maxx was a huge disappointment for Halloween, and I was really annoyed. If you don't know that much about me, Halloween is my favorite. Halloween is my wedding anniversary. I love Halloween, not the kind of traditional black and orange, dark kind of tones of Halloween. Pastel Halloween. Like I have my like baby pink kind of like skull ornament here and I have like pink ghost things and just I have a lot of what I would call spoopy decorations. They're kind of cute, kind of spooky, various pastel shades. That is my Halloween vibe, unsurprisingly. If you just look at everything here, that is my preferred color scheme. So that will probably be on Saturday. That we will go there, take husband along, get some nice iced drink of some sort, iced coffee for me, but not for him because he hates coffee, and just have a little wander around and hope they've got some stuff in. There are some other retailers that have, well, supposedly have Halloween things, but they are not in the same area as the TK Maxx I want to go to. So I don't know if I'll get to them in the next 2 weeks, but we will see. Other things, I want to read some books. I made a start on the Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which I talked about wanting to read in my latest tea and tome video. I'm barely half a dozen pages in, but I want to pick that up from today onwards and see if I like it because I want to watch the TV show, which is finally on Netflix. It's been on BBC iPlayer for the longest time. I couldn't watch it because we don't have a TV, thus we don't have a TV license, thus you cannot access or watch anything on iPlayer. Now it's on Netflix. That's absolutely fine. I can watch it, but would rather read the book first. So yeah, reading books in general. Books are not books that are fiction. I've read lots of non-fiction. I need to get back into my fiction. Might even dig out some cozy fantasy because it's been a very long time since I have read any of that. Many books, not sure which ones I'm going to pick, but we'll see how it goes. I wanted to also do a new vision board for the last half of the year. I have one currently that I did quite some time ago. It's kind of over on my wall over here, and it's just not. It needs a refresh and an update. The kind of general vibe is still what I'm going for, but there's just a few things I want to tweak. I just do mine in Canva, super simple. If you go into the templates and just put in vision board, dream board, whatever you call such things, and brings up templates. And if you've got Canva Pro, you kind of get the best selection of photos, images, and graphics to do it with. Otherwise, you might need to go search on Pinterest or the web in general because I find the stock photos with Canva free are not super great because obviously they want you to buy Canva Pro, and I have that for a whole year that I've paid for. So I'm going to be employing that just to do new vision board. I just like to have a kind of visual representation of what it is that I'm looking to achieve, things I'm looking to experience, feeling a certain way, kind of everything that I am wanting to be and experience on a piece of A4 paper. Essentially, you could, if you were going to print things out, you could, buy a bigger board or whatever, but I just stick with a printout. Just easier to do. And of course, you could also resize it and have it as a wallpaper for your computer or even for your phone. But yeah, I just like to have it. I find it inspiring to look at. I don't think you necessarily have to think that it's some sort of magical type affirmation stuff. I think, everyone can benefit from just having a very nice visual representation of where it is that they are looking to go. And it just kind of helps you stay focused on your path. So, yeah, doing a new one of those is on my plan for the week. I want to do some baking, but it's going to be weather dependent because we don't have a ton of space in our fridge right now. And anything I bake is going to need to go in the fridge or it's just going to go moldy quite quickly because it's too hot. So that's very much going to be if the weather cools off a little bit, we will be able to do that. And just some other more general things on here, which do a bit of self care. I haven't even done a face mask. I don't know. I couldn't tell you last time I had done one. I've had one sat in the bathroom cabinet for a long time. Maybe I'll finally get around to doing it. And there were just one or two other things, but I'm going to wait to share those ones with you because they require some things to come to me in the post first. Speaking of which, over the weekend, I did get some very fun mail. I have already opened and used it, but I'm going to share it with you anyway, and you'll see why I couldn't wait to use this. So, if you've been here for any amount of time whatsoever, you can tell I am a Sanrio fan. Here's my Kuromi. Here's my Kuromi. I also love Hello Kitty. To be honest, I love pretty much all the characters, but Hello Kitty and Kuromi are two of my favorites. This was combined with the fact that Bird and Blend, my favorite tea shop, has launched a collaboration with Hello Kitty. I cannot tell you how excited I was when I saw the advert for this. My husband could. He could very much remember how excited I was when I saw it. I signed up for VIP early access. I was absolutely not missing out on getting something from this collaboration. And it actually worked out really well because one of the things in the collaboration that I had been kind of umming and ahhing about getting was the cold brew tea bottle, which looks like this. Essentially, you just put in loose leaf tea and about 750 ml of liquid, whether that's water, milk, or something else. And there is a built-in filter here. You put your tea and liquid in, leave it for 4 to 6 hours, possibly overnight, but definitely less than that if it's black tea. And then you have a delicious, probably fruity drink to enjoy. We did this on the weekend with this tea, which we had sampled when we were in Northumberland. It is the strawberry lemonade blend. This smells amazing. It's so good. We basically brewed it with lemonade and we left it in the fridge for about 5 hours, I think, and it was absolutely delicious, so refreshing. It was just a really nice kind of summery drink. So I was super glad that they had that on the offer. The other thing that you got in this particular bundle, which was the Hello Kitty cold brew bundle, was this very cute kind of oil slick design of their perfect teaspoon. You can buy just the ordinary plain stainless steel version of that, but for the Hello Kitty collaboration, they did it in that very cool oil slick design. So I got that. And that also means I can now absolutely be certain I am measuring out the correct amount of loose tea because I have many loose teas from Bird and Blend. And of course, you're thinking, where's the Hello Kitty thing? It's here. Hello Kitty pink apple pie tea. You're not ready for this. You're not ready. So we haven't actually used it yet, and I'm hoping this kind of shows up on camera. But there are tiny little pink hearts dotted throughout the tea, and they are just adorable. And I knew I had to have this. I was very fortunate. It was in a flavor I liked. It's a blend of apple and cinnamon, which is absolutely perfect. But I think if maybe it hadn't been a tea that I liked as much, I might have to have bought it anyway because it's adorable. And it's my money. I'm going to spend it how I want to. So that was my happy meal over the weekend. I just love this canister. It's just so cute. And obviously, once the tea is finished, I can use it for whichever tea that I would like to. And it makes me happy. It makes me very happy. So, those are my plans for the week. This segment of the vlog is already very long, and I haven't even done anything. So, I'm going to stop it here. And in the next clip, I'm going to actually do some things. So I realised that we are into Q3 and I have not yet reset my kanban board. So I got out my little post-it notes, though I did not use the hot pink colour this time because those just fell off for the entire quarter and it was really frustrating to have to keep picking them up off the floor. So I stuck with the purple, the light blue and the dark blue. I like to separate my tasks by colour. So things like editing are a different colour to things like promotion. And if I have any personal goals on my kanban board, which sometimes I do, but not this quarter, I will separate those out as well, just so I have a easy to see visual reminder of what I have going on. As you can see, quite a few here on the desk that I need to go stick on the board. But before we do that, obviously I have to take off all the ones from Q2, which is actually super satisfying at this speed, so enjoy. So many. Recycled though, don't worry. So the first line of little post-its, I did not set this shot up very well and they are out of frame, but you will see very shortly that they are there. But here are the blue ones that you can see. There we go. All the purple ones are line edits. And I also took a minute to put all of my promotional ideas for Instagram into my planner. I meant to film that, but I forgot. But here is me leafing through, showing you that I have all of those things planned out until the end of September. Hello and welcome to Wednesday. The most important part of this entire clip is this lovely pink tea. This is the Hello Kitty tea that you saw me showing off in one of the previous clips. I basically cold brewed it overnight and it came out this lovely pink colour and it is very nice. It is a blend of kind of apple and cinnamon. It's not super sweet because obviously it's tea, but you can definitely get the kind of flavours coming through in a nice subtle way. Very refreshing, just very nice tea. So yeah, I am excited to drink the rest of that because I filled the whole bottle. I would also be intrigued to try this hot and see how that is. I think hot would be more of a kind of autumnal vibe because of the apple and cinnamon, but cold brew I feel like it's more summer. I don't know why. That's just how it kind of feels to me. So yes, 10 out of 10 on the Hello Kitty blend from Bird and Blend. That just sounded wrong. Anyway, moving on. You saw in the last clip I was doing some basically author business type things like setting this up, and I showed you my promo calendar that I had put into my Erin Condren planner. I didn't actually have any footage of me writing in it because I didn't think about this part. So I thought I'd at least film a clip where you can see me flipping through and that I have filled it with something. I couldn't get it super close, but then again, I'm not sure that I want to have it up close because I don't want everyone knowing exactly what I'm planning to do for the promotion. So now we are here to have a little bit more fun. You'll remember that I said at the start of this I was waiting for some things to come in the post that were kind of necessary for me to do some activities that I had planned, and that turned up on Monday, but after I'd filmed, so I didn't bother adding it in. It is just this cute A6 notebook. It has a little pen loop, it has the elastic so you can keep it closed, and it just has, you know, very ordinary lined pages, but it does have space for the date, and it also has this handy little pocket. So you're probably thinking, well, that's a very unremarkable notebook, why are you showing it to us? I watched Sarah Cannon's mid-year notebook lineup video, I think that's what it was called. It's over on her Heart Breathings channel if you are into all things notebooks and planners, and she has a planner for everything because she's a very busy lady. She's running, you know, essentially 2 businesses, so she needs a lot of planners, and she also has a lot of notebooks, and part of her kind of notebook series is showing different uses for all the notebooks that she owns. And one that was most inspiring to me is that she keeps a daily tarot draw notebook. I am a big fan of tarot, but I do not read it for myself personally. It's too anxiety inducing. If you know even the most basic thing about tarot, we all know the Tower card and the Ten of Swords are very scary cards. They give me anxiety, and I cannot read tarot for myself for that reason. But I do have this very cool shirt on purposefully. You can see it's a tarot card and it has the writer written on it. I just thought it'd be fun to wear this shirt for this segment. So it inspired me, but as I said, I don't want to do a day draw with tarot cards. I instead want to use oracle cards. Essentially the difference between tarot and oracle is tarot is very fixed. It has the 52 images that you'll find across all of the decks. Obviously they have different designs, but they are essentially all the same, whereas oracle cards have very different designs, and they each have their own kind of individual meanings for each of the cards, and the kind of book that you get inside will explain those. And there are probably hundreds of thousands of different designs that you can get, but the 3 that I own are all by Rebecca Campbell, whose work I do enjoy reading. She is an Australian who is now living here in the UK, specifically in Glastonbury, and she's into, you know, all things kind of spiritual and new age, and I just enjoy her work. And she works with some amazing artists to do these decks, and I'll just show you the ones I have. So my most recent purchase was the Ancient Stones Oracle. I got this one because, one, there were pre-order bonuses, including a nice desktop wallpaper, and also to get a personalized oracle reading from Rebecca herself. And 2, I have a huge love of all things stone circle, very specific interest there. Stonehenge, Avebury, more Avebury than Stonehenge. Stonehenge is a little too touristy for my taste, but Avebury, Wiltshire, which is very easy to get to from here in Buckinghamshire, one of my absolute favourite National Trust places to go. And you can actually touch the stones, which is also why it beats Stonehenge for me. It's just nicer, less touristy, it's much more open, there's more to see, more to do. So yeah, when I saw that she had one with kind of artwork centered around stones and stone circles, I picked that one up. The other deck I have as well is the Starseed Oracle. I just loved the artwork on this. It was all very kind of celestial and cosmic and out there, and it just really appealed to me, so I picked that one up as well. And the first deck that I ever bought, which I think was the first or second deck that she brought out, was the Rose Oracle. And again, I just really liked the artwork with this. It's very feminine and, you know, very centered on roses and flowers. It's very soft and gentle. So I have these 3 oracle decks, and they have a tendency just to sit on my little what I call the tree bookcase over there and not get used because I just kind of forget they exist. So what I want to do over the next 2 weeks is to build a habit of doing a daily draw and writing in here the card that I got, some points about the meaning from the book, but also what I feel it personally means to me. I like the idea of having this kind of daily guidance or daily thought to kind of center my day or set an intention around. I also each day like to read a little passage from this book called Instant Positivity. That is not in any way tied to any kind of religion or belief system. So if you're looking for something that is entirely secular but something upbeat to start your day, that would be a really good one for you. I just like to kind of read the passage and have a little think about it. That's just me. I just like having things to read that make me feel inspired and, you know, something to have a little pause and reflection on. So I thought it would be super fun if we draw today's card together and do a little journaling night. So yeah, let's see what today's message is. For today's reading, I was feeling drawn to the Starseed Oracle, so let's go ahead and lay the cards out. Okay, so I shuffled these off camera because I am absolutely terrible at shuffling cards, and the way that I have positioned this camera to film this makes it even more tricky, but should be able to lay them out. I'm not sure how this one got in here. It's from another deck. Let's take it out. Okay, so our deck is laid out and now it's just a matter of deciding which card I'm going to pick. This is the little book of explanation that comes with it. It's really more of a starting point because obviously it's quite small, so it's not going to tell you everything, and there is a certain part of doing this that relies very much on your own intuition, but it's a good place to start. So that actually took no time at all, and I don't know why I haven't been doing it. It's just really simple. I think what I'm going to do is leave my oracle decks on my desk right by my planner so that when I come in the morning I see it and it's a visual clue that I want to do this. I think previously I've just kind of, as I said, had it on the sort of shelves here and I don't see it, I forget about it, it ceases to exist. If you're neurodivergent, you understand this 100%. So I'm going to leave them on my desk along with the little notebook, and I am going to attempt to do this daily, and we will see how far that goes. So doing my little oracle reading has kind of inspired me to move on to today's other fun thing that I want to do that I'd mentioned, and that is to create a new vision board, because oracle cards, vision boards, all these things are in the kind of same realm. So I think it's just going to be a day filled with these type of activities because I like them and they bring me joy. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Canva and get going with a new vision board for the latter half of 2025.